Okay, here we go. So the last one we did the last one. We're going to do this one before the last one because the last one I felt like was a little bit overly simplistic and there's some things we need to talk about before you get into the actual entering of the structure. Okay, so entering this breaching is it's an order of operations. It's not necessarily just get to a building and go straight in. There's things that you do before you breach, right? So let's say this is your building, right? Ignore all these extracurricular lines here. These are in all the colors and shapes and stuff. What's important is that this is your building. These are your bad guys in the building, right? This building is overrun with bad guys. Now, if you know that there's just a bunch of dudes in here and there's nothing important that you want to save, right? You just blow up the whole building from the outside, if that's possible. I don't know what game you're playing or whatever you're doing, but you just blow up the whole building. Right, second thing you do is you're going to designate a couple of guys to go around the exterior of this building, assuming you can do that, tactically permitting that there aren't other enemies out here. If you're playing a battle royale game like Warzone or something, there's probably dudes out here that are going to shoot your guys in the back, so that might not always be an option. You might have to go hard and fast right from the beginning. You might just have to breach, right? But if you have time, if time is a luxury you have, you can just blow up the building, or you'll designate guys to go around the outsides. These orange blobs are windows here, right? This is a door down here. These are windows. So these guys will go around the outside, and they will use these windows to clear the corners, because from here you can see that corner. You can scan a large part of this room from these windows, right? So these guys are going around the outside. They are scanning these corners and looking around, and if they have a shot, they might take it and kill one of these guys, right? So they're going around, bouncing window to window, window to window. This is the door on the other side, okay? So we're going to play this out real quick. Now, these guys in the bottom might breach, but ignore that, okay? Just pretend they're formed up on the outside of the door there, and they're staying there, okay? Watch the flankers on the outside, okay? Here they go. Ignore these two guys that went into the building. They went in way too early. They're still out here, okay? So look at your flankers right here. They're going around the outside of the building, clearing those windows. All right, now they're on the back door, all right? These two guys are still over here, even though technically they're inside the building. Okay, now, these guys are also way better than the first one we posted. The next video of the demonstration I show you is going to be not quite as professional, even though still pretty good. All right, so these guys are moving in. They're formed up on opposite sides of the door, so they can crisscross and go clear the corners. Right, this guy pushes in hard. Don't get stuck in the doorway. He pushes in, clears the corner. This guy pushes in, clears that corner. These guys have checked the windows, and this is all orchestrated. You guys do this at the same time. And after you check the windows, before they just push in, like you have other options too. You've got like tacticals, like you could throw in flashbangs or stun grenades or some smoke grenades. You can throw pretty much anything just to cause confusion amongst these enemies and get them out of their positions, because they're entrenched, initially. If you can just cause some confusion before you breach, you're going to be better off. Okay, so these guys are breaching, they're crossing over, they're clearing the corners. These guys in the back are going at the same time as the guys in the front, so that this entire enemy team, they've gone from a position of apparent advantage to a position of complete disadvantage. They thought they were hiding in here and that they had a good position and all this, but they failed to have a lookout on the outside. They failed to have any kind of backup plan or escape routes. So they're about to get done in, right? Because you guys know what you're doing. So you cleared the windows, you went around, you breached, you entered, maybe you threw some tacticals or something. You took these guys out. They're all dead. So let's kill these guys real quick. Okay, there you go. Killed these guys. They're dead. You guys win. Good job. I look bigger than you, or you look bigger?
I do, but it's because you're like in frame. You're sitting back further because of the angle of the camera.
Yeah. All right, hang on.
So if you could bring like your plane of existence forward, that would fix
My
everything.
plane of existence?
You know what I mean? Can you do that?
Oh, I can make myself bigger.
Yeah, but then you're on my screen more.
Well, deal with it.
We're back in the same problem.